What's up guys, Galaxy King here, and today I've got my ELDLICH deck profile for you guys. I've added in a Sacred Beast engine because in testing that really sped up the deck and gave it a lot more consistency, and also helped get ELDLICH the Golden Lord onto the field as well. And I'll go into more detail in that as I go on through the deck profile, but the Sacred Beast engine is one that should not be, what's the word I'm looking for? Looked down upon. I think it should be considered a lot more because it's really helpful and can do so much in this deck. So let's go on the deck profile. For the monsters, triple ELDLICH the Golden Lord. I like playing through this because I want to get access to it as quickly as possible. Its effect to send itself and a spell a trap card from your hand to the graveyard and then pop a card on the field is also really useful. You can also bring it back using its own effect by sending a spell a trap card you control to the graveyard. So if you send something like Cursed Eldland to the graveyard, you can then use Cursed Eldland's effect to send a Golden Land or ELDLICH card from your deck to the graveyard, which helps speed up the deck. And also you do need it on the field to activate all your Golden Land spell trap cards, which is why I also play it at 3. It's a really useful card, and this can be sent to the graveyard a lot easier with the Sacred Beast engine because you can use Curious, which you get access to really quickly, to send this to the graveyard or anything, and then send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard to then hopefully get an ELDLICH or Golden Land spell trap card into the graveyard, which then you can use this effect to banish it and then set whatever you need to your field. So triple ELDLICH the Golden Lord, I think this is the best ratio to play it at. For your Sacred Beast engine, I am playing triple Dark Beckoning Beast and 1 Chaos Summoning Beast. This is a 1-card combo. So if you open up with this, you can normal summon it, search out Opening of the Spirit Gates, and then activate Opening of the Spirit Gates to search this out. And then because Dark Beckoning Beast grants you an additional normal summon, you can normal summon this, link into Link Karibo, bring this back using Opening of the Spirit Gates effect to discard a card, link into Relinquished Anima, and then link all 3 of your monsters into Curious. And this is just a 1-card combo. You can also open up with Opening of the Spirit Gates, because if you play 3 of these, you basically got 6 1-card combos in this deck to go into Curious, and that really helps speed the deck up. So if you open up with this, you activate this, search Dark Beckoning Beast, normal it, and then search Chaos Summoning Beast. Now you only need 1 Chaos Summoning Beast because you can revive it very easily using Opening of the Spirit Gates effect, so that's why I prefer it at 1. Because you don't want to brook with it either, which can be really annoying. Now I really like the Sacred Beast engine because of it helps speed the deck up a lot. You go into Curious, you send an ELDLICH or Golden Land card from your deck to the graveyard, and then you mill the top 3 cards of your deck. So you get to send 4 cards from your deck to the graveyard and hopefully send a Golden Land or ELDLICH card, so then you can banish it and then set them to your field. So it helps speed the deck up, it helps with the consistency, and it gets you access to ELDLICH the Golden Lord if you draw it. Sorry, send it to the graveyard, or you can get access to ELDLICH of Scarlet Sanguine. So that's what I really like about the Sacred Beast engine. If you want to play a deck that's reliant on sending cards to the graveyard, you can play this engine, and it's a really fun engine that I really enjoy. For the hand traps, I am playing triple Ash Blossom and triple Nibiru. I like Ash because it's one of the best hand traps we have at the moment, and triple Nibiru because you want to see this more often than not against decks that summon a lot of monsters. You can play it at 2 if you like, but I prefer it at 3 just because I'd rather see it in my hand versus whenever I don't. Because if you don't have it in your hand and you're going against a deck that summons a lot of monsters and you don't have it in your hand, you're kind of boned. But Ash Blossom as well is just really good, so I want to get access to them as quickly as possible. That's it for the monsters, a very small monster lineup. I'm going to go on to the spells now. For your spell cards, triple ELDLICH of Black Awakening and 1 ELDLICH of White Destiny. These 2 pretty much do the same thing. ELDLICH of Black Awakening special summons ELDLICH the Golden Lord from your hand or deck. ELDLICH of White Destiny special summons an ELDLICH monster from your hand or graveyard. Now if you don't control ELDLICH the Golden Lord, you have to summon ELDLICH the Golden Lord, which is a bit annoying, but if not, it can be any zombie. And also you can banish either of these from the graveyard and then set a Golden Land spell trap card from your deck to your field, which is really nice. They float into each other. The Golden Land cards and Eldritch cards, they all float into each other, which is really nice. It helps this deck move forward. Only one of this because you don't really want to see it too often, because Eldritch of Scarlet Sanguine is a lot better because special summons from the deck and graveyard as well, but they're still really good as well. Elixir of Black Awakening in particular, because it special summons your Golden Lord from the deck, which is really nice. Now both effects are hard ones per turns, so you can't use both of them in the same turn, unfortunately. But these can be sent really easily using cards like Curious, so you can send it to the graveyard. You've also got Opening of Spirit Gates. If they're in your hand, you can discard it, special summon your Chaos Summoning Beast back, which is another way the deck works with the Sacred Beast engine. So that's really nice. So 3 Black Awakening and 1 White Destiny. For your other cards, I have triple Cursed Eldland and triple Opening of the Spirit Gates. These are both really useful and they work well with each other. Cursed Eldland searches out a Golden Land card or your Eldritch the Golden Lord, and then when it's sent to from the field to the graveyard, you can send a Golden Land card or Eldritch the Golden Lord from your deck to the graveyard, which is really nice. Now you can pop this using Eldritch the Golden Lord's effect. While it's in the graveyard, you can send a spell or trap card you control to the graveyard, add it to your hand, and then special summon a zombie from your hand, and then use this effect to send a Golden Land card from your deck to the graveyard. Now, Opening Spirit Gates, I mentioned earlier, you activate this, you search out your Dark Beckoning Beast, normal Dark Beckoning Beast, and then you just use the combo over again. And also, this works especially well with Cursed Eldland and Eldritch the Golden Lord, because it has an effect where if you control a level 10 monster, you can target 1 continuous spell in your graveyard, then add it to your hand. I really love that effect, because if this is in your graveyard, you can then use this to add it back to your hand, so it gives the deck a lot more recovery, so you can use Cursed Eldland again. And that's what I really love. But also, you can send this to the graveyard as well, if you want to special summon Eldritch the Golden Lord. So it gives it more options to work with, and that's why I like this as well, because it helps with the consistency and helps summon Eldritch the Golden Lord, helps with the recovery as well, and helps speed up the deck as well. That's another reason why I love the Sacred Beast engine in this deck. It really works well, and I really think the Sacred Beast engine should be considered a lot more than it is at the moment, because at the moment I'm not really seeing a lot of Sacred Beast engines in the Eldritch decks at the moment. But from my experience, the Sacred Beast engine really helps this deck move forward. So 3 of these work really well with each other. This can just recover this, and this speeds the deck up, and this is just another 1-card combo. So you've got 6, maybe 9 1-card combos in this deck, which is really amazing. And then for one-offs, 1 Upstart Goblin and 1 Foolish Burial Goods. Upstart Goblin just for draw power and consistency, and Foolish Burial Goods might be a bit of a weird option, but I enjoy it. It's come up a few times when I've been testing it, and just having the ability to send any spell or trap card from your deck to the graveyard can be really useful. If you want, you can send something like Cursed Eldland from your deck to the graveyard, and then use Opening of the Spirit Gates to add it back to your hand, which is really nice. You can send your Elixir cards as well, your Golden Land cards, which I enjoy. It's a nice little interaction, and it's a fun one-off, and just a really good extender overall. It just helps with the consistency. I really want to make this deck as consistent as it can be, which is why I played just one of it. I think it's fine. Upstart and Foolish Burial Goods, fun one-offs. And that's it for the spell cards. I'm going to go on to the trap cards now. For your trap cards, triple Elixir of Scarlet Sanguine, probably one of the best trap cards we have in the deck at the moment, and probably one of the best cards we have for Eldritch at the moment. You can set this from your deck by banishing a Golden Land trap card, and then you activate it, you special summon Eldritch the Golden Lord from your deck or graveyard. So that's really good. You can activate it on your opponent's turn and then just special summon the Golden Lord, and then it turns on all your Golden Lord, sorry about that, your Golden Land trap cards. So you can use Conquisitor, Hakiru or Golden Land Forever to then disrupt your opponent and corner them as much as possible. And then you can manage it from the graveyard, set a Golden Land's better trap card. So triple Elixir Scarlet Sanguine, probably one of the best cards in the deck at the moment. And then for your Golden Land trap cards, triple Conquisitor of the Golden Land, triple Hakiru of the Golden Land, and 1 Golden Land Forever. Conquisitor and Hakiru are your monster traps. You activate them, and if you control an Eldritch Golden Lord, Hakiru will destroy one monster the opponent controls, and Hakiru is basically a DD Crow. And then you can banish either of them from the graveyard to set an Elixir spell trap card from your deck to your field. So they're both really good. And then one Golden Land Forever. This is just an Omni Negate which can also be searched as well. But other than that, it doesn't do much. I only play one of it because it can be searched really easily, and because to activate it you have to tribute a monster, which can be really annoying. You can tribute one of these if you want to, if they're summoned. But even then, just one of this is fine because this doesn't float into any of your other cards, which is annoying. But as a one-off, I think Golden Land Forever is just fine. Because it's an Omni Negate, you can negate anything. So that's one of the reasons why I play it. Now all of these are easily searchable with your Cursed Eldland and your Elixir cards. So they're all really good cards to play with. Conquisitor is probably the better one because it just destroys anything. Hakiru can also be useful in certain situations as well, and Golden Land Forever can just be useful for any situation that comes up. But tributing a monster can be a little annoying. And then for your other trap cards that I'm playing triple Infinite Impermanence, just another hand trap if you want to negate an opponent's monster, and also works well as a disruption on your turn as well. And then 2 Solemn Judgment, just basically says no to everything. If you want to take out your the Foolish Burial Goods and then play a third one of this, you can. I like it at 2. I think it's fine at 2. But these are the only other trap cards that I play. And Infinite Impermanence I prefer over Solemn Judgment because it's another hand trap, and also I prefer it more than Effect Failure because it doesn't matter what turn it is, and also does more because then it also shuts down a spell and trap card column for the opponent as well if you set it. So it's not, also I'm pretty sure it's not a once per turn either. So it's a nice card, I enjoy playing it. And that's it for the main deck. I'm going to go on to the extra deck now. For the extra deck, 1 Vampire Sucker, just for draw power if you manage to special summon Eldritch Golden Lord from your graveyard. 1 Avenged Savior. This helps get Eldritch the Golden Lord from your deck to the graveyard and helps go over monsters, which can be really useful. 1 Apollousa. I only go into this if I have a way of getting Eldritch the Golden Lord on my field during the opponent's turn. If I don't go into this. If you manage to go into Curious and then get Eldritch the Golden Lord onto the field, you can then go into this, and then that gives you an additional 2 monster negates, which can be really useful in certain situations. But I don't go into it if I don't have a way of getting Eldritch the Golden Lord onto my field during the opponent's turn, because then the majority of my Golden Land cards won't be able to activate their effects to disrupt the opponent. 1 Borrelsword Dragon, just for putting out more damage and can hopefully OTK the opponent. 1 Mekk-Knight Crusader Avramax. This can be go into very easily because during your turn when you summon Curious, you then pass to your opponent, and then if your opponent can't get over your Curious and can't do too much, you can then use Opening of the Spirit Gates to bring back your Chaos Summoning Beast, and then you link your Chaos Summoning Beast into a relinquished Anima, and then you summon Mekk-Knight Crusader Avramax, and it helps push for more damage, which can be really useful in certain situations, which I really like. You've got the Nightmare package of Unicorn, Phoenix and Cerberus, just to help get rid of problematic cards the opponent controls. 2 Relinquished Anima. I like 2 because it's part of the combo that you have to go with in order to summon Curious and then use this effect to send cards from your deck to the graveyard. And I like playing 2 because, as I just said, you go into the 2nd Relinquished Anima if you have Curious on the field, and then go into Avramax, which can be really useful. 1 Salamangreat Almirage and 1 Secure Gardener. I like Salamangreat Almirage because if you normal summon the Dark Beckoning Beast and your opponent stops you from getting to Opening of the Spirit Gates, you could then go into Salamangreat Almirage and then go into Go from Salamangreat Almirage into Secure Gardener, and then it prevents damage for 1 turn, which can be really useful. Then 1 Link Kuriboh because it's Link Kuriboh, and because it helps with the Curious combo, and then 1 Curious the Light Swarm Dominion. Now, this is one of the key cards of the combo. You use Chaos Summoning Beast to go into Link Rebo, and then you bring back Chaos Summoning Beast using Opening of the Spirit Gates, go into Relinquished Anima, and then using Dark Beckoning Beast, Link Rebo, and your Relinquished Anima, you go into Curious, and then you use Curious's effect to send an Elixir or Golden Land spell or trap card from your deck to the graveyard, and then mill the top 3 cards of your deck, and hopefully send more additional cards to help you out. You want to make sure you go into Link Rebo first because it's pointing down, and then you go into Relinquished Anima, which will then point up to it. If you go into Relinquished Anima first, then you're going to have a lot of trouble because it points upwards instead of downwards, which is why Link Rebo comes first before Relinquished Anima, and then you use all 3 of them to go into this. Now, I like having the second Relinquished Anima for the reasons I just said, going into Avramax, and if you manage to summon your Eldritch the Golden Lord on your turn when you use this effect, you can then go into your Appaloosa, which will get you an additional 2 negates. If I can't summon Eldritch the Golden Lord on my opponent's turn, then I don't go into Appaloosa because then my back row is pretty much dead. So knowing when and when not to do that can really make a difference. And then 1 Super Dreadnought Rock Cannon Gustum Max. Use 2 Eldritch the Golden Lord, go into this, burn the opponent for 2000. And that's it for my deck profile. I really hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of the Sacred Beast engine and Eldritch deck together. I really enjoy it. I think it has a lot of synergy, helps the deck speed up and gives it more recovery. And I really think it should be considered a lot more as a engine in Eldritch. Now, expect a lot of Eldritch variants on my channel for the next month. I've got a lot of variants that I would like to go over, as well as Numeron Eldritch, which did take a massive hit from losing Zexal, and good riddance by the way, but I don't think the deck is dead, so expect a Numeron Eldritch deck profile in the next few weeks. I might include the Sacred Beast engine in that deck profile as well because it really helps speed the deck up, but as of now, this is my my Eldritch deck with my Sacred Beast engine. I really love this deck. And let me know what you thought of the deck in the comments below and where you think I could improve. And if you want to see an Eldritch variant that possibly hasn't been done before, let me know. And as always, I'll talk to you all in the next video. Take care.